Alright, hey, what's up guys? My name is Gulius, and today I'm going to be casting a pub that I found on the Dota 2 subreddit r/Dota2 Cast It. So this was a recommended game, said it had some good plays and intense action all throughout the game. So I thought I'd give it a try, and see what a game is like that I don't just pick up from my friends. So, looking at the teams here on the Radiant side, we're going to have a Windrunner soloing the off lane. We're going to have a TA mid up against what I believe is a Shadow Fiend. Taking up the jungle will be a Nature's Prophet, played by Slate. We have Nature Boy Andy Miami playing the support Bane on bottom lane, and he will be supporting Slardar, who will be taking that primary farming position. Over on the Dire side, we have Timbersaw, who's already warded up the pool and the rune spot for the long lane, and we have Shadow Fiend played by North here up in the middle. Supporting top, we have Lena, played by AE. We have the Habitat on the Dragon Knight farming safe lane, and Ursa in the jungle, who actually has been pulled quite a bit of regen here, so very generous of the Lena, I believe, yes, pulling that regen. So looking at this matchup here on bottom, Bane does have these counter wards, and he's not laying them down, so no matter what, even if he does have it, Timbersaw is going to be able to hang out here for a bit. The sleep is nice, but he's not going to have any killing potential really on Timbersaw. Timbersaw, once he gets level 3, 4 especially, is very hard to bring down. Bringing up that higher level in Chakram, allowing him to escape and getting the regen from reactive armor is just very hard to take down. Bane doesn't have the lockdown to stop him from timber chaining away. Not until he gets that Fiend's gripped up, which we're not going to see for a long time. So Timbersaw will be getting some XP until Bane dewards the camp and starts pulling, and he has the deward, so you might as well throw him down. Looking at our middle lane, we have Shadow Fiend here. I'm actually going to bring up the last hits and denies for our early game. We have TA up against Shadow Fiend. Pretty even matchup. I would really give the advantage to whoever gets the runes. And really just playing because Shadow Fiend does have a good amount of right click and a few spam spells that he can use to get rid of TA's refraction. And once he does that, his base damage will be enough to really melt her down, especially now that she doesn't have a bottle yet. SF, once he starts getting those souls up, which he's doing pretty well, he's actually getting out CS'd pretty highly by the TA, so she's doing a really great job, but she's burning through her mana pretty fast, but does have that really quick bottle coming out, I believe. Yes, it is on the courier already. Lena's sitting here just completely zoning out this Windrunner, doing a really good job. We actually do have Ursa doing the pulling instead, so Lena is going to be under-leveled because of this, but she's also keeping the Windrunner down just as much. Windrunner did use her sentry, or her ward for mid here, to help out this Shadow Fiend, or to help out the TA rather, and hurt the Shadow Fiend. But with that ward, not really many ganks can be coming, so it is used defensively actually to cover off this area, coming in from the supports of the Dire to gank the mid lane. Windrunner going to be running up, does not see Lena. Lena actually attacks a little bit too early there. Could have waited on the stun. She might be able to get in some more damage, but with Windrun, she can still get away if she needs it. But if Lena should have waited till Windrunner walked up there, gotten an attack in, done the stun, and then maybe would have even had a chance to kill because Ursa would have been able to follow up with that Earth Shock. So Windrunner now just trading hits with Lena. She had burn herself, so I don't know if this trade is really worth it. But Lena cannot out right click against the Windrunner. Her animation is just too poor. Actually, Prophet comes TPing in here. They want to get the kill. Are they going to be able to do it? Yes, Prophet. Good TP, good map awareness there by him. Very surprising to see that actually come into play. Usually you see Prophets just wanting to farm straight to their Midas without ever getting involved in the game. But Windrunner still at level 1, Ursa level 3 coming in. Could he actually go for the Earthshock there? But actually, Dragon Knight does not level up his stun, but the 2 levels in Breathe Fire are going to be enough to bring down the Windrunner. So TA picked up the rune. It was a DD top, and she's going to have that nice lane advantage now. Shadow Fiend really squishy. Is going to have to be careful of the side blades coming out, or just of the right clicks of TA. Refraction plus DD. She's going to be hitting like a truck right now. And Shadow Fiend, really, I'm surprised she's not being more aggressive. There we go. She's coming in, getting some right clicks in, realizing that she can just bully this guy out of lane. And she is leading the last hit charge. That DD rune really helping out in that case. Other than that, though, Dragon Knight is just doing just as well with his safe lane farm. Slardar really actually doing okay. He's up there as well. But overall, the Radiant team is farming better than the Dire team. Windrunner, now she's finally getting up some levels. Might get level 3 pretty soon if she's able to get the experience from this next creep wave. And hopefully she can get this catapult and get herself some gold as well. And Timbersaw actually in a bit of trouble here. He's out of mana. Must have been doing something in the jungle. And the stun and the brain sap doing that pure damage. Able to kill Timbersaw. So kind of a mistake there from our Timbersaw player. Getting a little greedy. It's very easy to do with Timbersaw. You get overconfident in what you can achieve. And just dies. He didn't have the mana to Whirling Death the Sprout, and that just is what got him killed off. Actually, as Timbersaw, if you're playing a really defensive lane, you might even want to get the second point in reactive armor. But it's really up to personal preference. But this game does have a Nature's Prophet, so Whirling Death really plays a big role in getting out of Sprout, especially since you don't have Chakram yet, so it's actually worth it to get that point. And against a strength carry like Slardar, it does just massive amounts of damage with that stat reduction. So looking back on top, Ursa continuing with the pulls, not actually going like a classic jungle. He is just being a pulling Ursa right now with like doing a little bit of this hard camp here. But a good side pull from Windrunner. Wow, really nice there. Actually, last hitting from the low ground. A little risky here, but oh, actually Shadow Fiend goes down the mid with another good TP in from Prophet. Playing very well. He was that Slate on the Nature's Prophet. Already has a recipe for Midas, only 450 gold away from that full Midas. He's just going to walk back to base or TP when he gets the chance. TA in mid, is this something coming out for her on the bird? Yes it is, it's going to be her phase boots. I do really like the phase boots over the treads for Templar Assassin because damage, quick kills is what you really want with her. Survivability can come later with things like the BKB, which is going to be necessary against Shadow Fiend, DK, Timbersaw, Lina. Not so much Ursa because the Fury Swipes still do stack on you even if you have BKB, I believe. Timbersaw here getting harassed a little bit, does have that 3 points on Timber Chain, but again, really low on mana, and he really has to be careful here. You can't go into the jungle without at least 2 Timber Chains available because you're just going to get killed off because you're not going to have the mana to do what you want to do. Haster in here bottom. TA is going to get it. See, she has won this rune control. She's winning the mid lane. She also has the support from Prophet who's been TPing in. Lina really hasn't been achieving much here on this top lane besides dying. And she needs to rotate. She needs to go mid, try to get a kill on that TA. Stop sapping the XP from DK, who can stay in this lane solo by this point. He's got the treads. He's got the 2 points up in his Dragon's Blood. He's going to be regenerating tons of HP. And he's also got Dragon Form, so they can start pushing on this tower if Lina stays here. That's probably what they should do. Yeah, Dragon Form going to be active here by DK. Could look for a stun on Windrunner, but doesn't have enough damage to kill her just yet, he doesn't think. So going to let her actually get a lot of XP, but they're going to do a decent amount of damage to this tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ursa going for that Vlad's first. TA actually spots him out. Good trap, does get the slow off. Not going for the melt hit first. There we go, second attack, and one more right click will finish him off. Good job there. Is she actually going to get the courier too? That's huge. Courier didn't actually have anything on it, but a really good kill here from this TA. Playing just great so far, and that's a 7-minute minus picked up on Prophet. Shackle does latch on the Lina, so she's not going to do anything. TA comes in here with 2 right clicks and a power shot, going to just burn right through that Lina. DK in the Dragon Form. It is almost halfway over, and he is sprouted up by Nature's Prophet. The Furion's all going to come through. TA does hit with her Melt Strike, and that's going to lower the armor of Dragonite down to 6. But he does stun TA. Power shot coming through, not enough to finish her off. One more right click. No, the salve quickly canceled off there by the right click from Nature's Prophet. Refraction back up on TA. She is really tanky. She is coming in here, diving this tower. Are they going to actually get this kill on Ursa? One more right click from Furion and TA. There she goes down. May kill streak. She could actually follow up on this Dragonite, who is much slower. She has the phase boots, but no, decides to fall back and farm. Goes back to the mid lane. Shadow Fiend a little bit late getting up here. Not sure if he TP'd in or if he just ran up, but very late to the party and not able actually to accomplish anything. Good ward here. Although it is a marked area on the map, it is very uncommon to see this ward spot. And with this game, there's been a lot of action in this river here, and I really like that from the Dire team. So good ward there from Lina, I believe. Yeah. Good job by Lina. That's probably the first real good thing she's done this game. Furion with 1, 1, and 3 looking really strong. Midas up already. Boots could look to push this middle tower. TA with the Invis rune. Is she actually going to be able to pick off this Ursa for a 3rd time? Looks like it. Yeah, he's not going to be able to escape. He knows it. Gets the last hit on the Ursa and just decides to accept his fate. Shadow Fiend thinking about trying to find this TA, but is he actually going to be able to? No, she goes down. They're coming in from the top, and she just escapes easily, and they're actually probably going to continue to push this mid, because they know that they can fight, and they don't actually... Oh, wow. Slardar actually getting a solo kill on the Timbersaw. Really surprising there. That Timbersaw was not able to escape. So this tower is going to go down mid. Not that surprising with the Furion coming in with the trees. Other than that, though, they don't have a great pushing potential for their team. Just Furion, really. Windrunner's got a good power shot. But other than that, not great push. Push coming out from the Dire side is a little better. You got the DK. You got good lane clearing with people like Lina and Timbersaw, Shadow Fiend. They've all got great bursts for lanes, which is good for defending, not as great for push. but they do have direct tower damage from the DK. So a good lane ward here. Lane wards aren't something we see that much in pubs, and they're really great, but it's not helping anyone. There's no hard carry up here farming. DK is off somewhere else on bottom lane attempting to farm with Timbersaw because there's too many heroes up top for them to deal with. Winona coming in, actually gets stunned up by Lena. Good stun, but she's still going to go down. She just doesn't have the levels, no support there. You're sitting solo under a tower against 2 as a 5 rank support. You're going to die. So Tia actually picks up a Blink Dagger. That's a big pickup for her. She's going to be snowballing really hard, already 6-0. And I am going to switch this over to kills and deaths. We see Lena and Ursa are feeding. DK is doing pretty well, but TA is really carrying this game right now. She is just absolutely wrecking.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Interesting to see what she'll pick up next. Will it be a BKB, or will she want to go aggressive with maybe a crit or a Deso to really add on to that minus armor, get rid of the armor of DK, of Timbersaw, people like that who really have high armor, and make them just as squishy as the supports. Is she going to come in here onto Ursa? Yes, with the trap. There it goes. Blink in, Meld Strike. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, dead. Ursa is so far behind at this point. He should pick up boots instead of just trying to rush this Vlad still. He needs to be able to at least try and escape from TA. So the push is going to come in top here with Bane, who's only level 5 actually. Surprised he's that low level. He's been fighting a decent amount and should have the XP, but just not level 6 yet, and that Fiend's grip is really huge. Shackle not actually going to latch, should have just waited for the Nightmare. Yeah, there it goes. A Raze does come out and hit Bane. They're going to have to retreat here. Timbersaw comes flying in there, does have his Arcane Boots. The Chakram goes out, does hit on Nature's Prophet, but he doesn't have enough teammates to follow up. Lena actually goes down the back of play with TA going in there. It's kind of a suicide, not really worth it going after her like that. Windrunner going to be running away from this DK. Is Bane going to be able to do anything? Yes, puts the sleep out. Timber Chain does miss on the tree, so Timbersaw, his chase will not be as successful as he wanted to. Is going to latch again, but probably not going to be able to catch this Windrunner, yeah. So you got to make sure when you're chasing with Timber Chain that you don't just click near the trees. You want to click in the trees or past the point that you want to be, because it can be really frustrating to get 2 pixels off of where you need to latch and not being able to get there and losing kills because of it. If you're not actually going to go for an urn, so kind of a weird combination here, going for an urn and a Midas, because Midas signifies you want to farm, urn signifies you want to fight. But he has been doing a good combination of the two, last hitting decently well, farming, and as well as being involved in kills. And Ursa goes down again in mid. Sorry I missed that while I was rambling about Prophet. But we do have Slarda with a Blink Dagger as well, so Team Blink Dagger coming here, gonna just eat this support alive. Oh my god, poor Lena. That's not really even her fault. She's level 5 with no stats. And she's just gonna die. Regen rune here. TA gonna come pick that up, or Slarda actually, because he's low. And TA does have a couple of charges left in her bottle. So let's take a look at the items here while we have a short break. Actually, no, we're not going to have a break. Slarda coming in here with the Regen Rune, blinks up. Is he going to get this? Oh my god, the Slither Crush Judge hit. And they are going to be able to clean up this Timbersaw. Yes, there it is. The Brain Sap doing the damage it needs. That pure damage is great against Timbersaw. Any kind of pure damage is great against Timbersaw. He really relies heavily on that armor to be survivable. And things like pure damage, OD's Orb, Silencer, Bane, people like that are great against Timbersaw. He is one of my favorite heroes, so I'll talk about him a lot. So if we do get a chance finally to check items, that Blink Dagger we see is on TA. We have the Midas now going for a Shadow Blade. That's more standard, as I would expect. Bane with just some wards and boots. Hold on one sec, we do have some action here in the middle. Let me get rid of this tab real quick. Lena just going to be another sacrifice. She's just going to die off. Most likely. Yes, and the Fiend's Grip on a Shadow Fiend. So this is just a stomp right now. I'm surprised this replay was considered competitive. Just call GG, says Bane. Offensive GG called out. Perhaps this was the game where there was trash talking and a comeback, so hopefully we'll be able to see a comeback out of Dire, but I don't really see that happening anytime soon. They don't have any sort of momentum. They've got the DK. He's got a decent amount. I mean, he's got drums and boots. Working towards what I expect to be a BKB, which would be really nice. Once he gets that, he can begin to fight. And Bane just like really going all out with the trash talking here. When I would say it wasn't even really Bane who won them this game or outplayed anybody. but you know, he feels he has the right to talk the trash. But it could be TA saying that. But let's see what Dyer's able to pull out of their magical box of comebacks. And Timberchain, good Timberchain away there from Timbersaw, using it to escape up to the high ground with those very few amount of trees. I believe Nature Boy is a derogatory term for Nature's Prophet. Also great for Trent Protector. Maybe Lone Druid as well. Nature Boy. Alright, interesting put down there. So Slardar probably going to be able to escape. Could just blink away right now before he gets Dragon Tailed. Do it, Slardar. If he dies here. Just use your blink. Just use it. You have it off cooldown. They're chasing you, just blink earlier. No need to wait. Just use it. You have the ability, just use it. Timbersaw, interesting to see what he'll go for next. A Bloodstone at this point. I mean, he could build it. It's going to be super late. Don't know if it'll be effective. He's going to chip it down out there. Windrunner going to power shot through, not enough damage here. Vlad's is on Ursa, doesn't even have boots though, so pretty ineffective for him. TA going to come in, probably kill him off again if she gets this Mount Strike. Yeah, one more hit. There we go. DK just flapping around in the back, can't really do anything to help out his ally. Furon gonna come in, they're gonna push this other tier 2. And he does have that Shadow Blade ready when he goes back to base. So DK comes in with the Dragon Tail onto Bane. Is he gonna actually breathe fire? No, he's shackled up. Great shackle by Windrunner. TA coming in the back. Fiend's Grip goes out onto the DK. Is he gonna fall? No! TA actually falls down, but then DK goes down as well to the Bane, using the Brain Sap on him. Timberchain coming through. Timbersaw. Is he gonna be able to? Yes, the Chakram goes out on 2, but he does get nightmared by Bane, and the Raise with Shadow Fiend cleaning up the Nature's Prophet. So pretty good fight there from Dyer. Maybe this is the comeback that people were talking about. And Bane is hidden in here in the trees, but Slardar comes in. We forgot about him. Is he going to actually cast the amplified damage on anybody? No, he's getting really torn apart by this Timbersaw, who actually kills off the Bane as well. Shadow Fiend going with a few right clicks, and Timbersaw using the Chakram to cut down the tree, so Slardar has nowhere to juke. Yes, great job. Shadow Fiend hitting all of his raises all the time. Great aim on him. And Bane is really pissed. He's mad now because he sees that they don't have this game secured yet and called it way too early. So we could have Shadow Fiend here going for a BKB or a Shadow Blade. It might not be too late for that Shadow Blade. I believe Bane does have some detection though, so it could be kind of risky, seeing as they already have detection they're looking for. So Shackle not actually going to hit there, so that could be a misplay that could cost them this gank, but DK is kind of alone here, but Shadow Fiend comes running in. Dragon Tail onto the Nature's Prophet. 1 raise, 2 raise, and a right click. He's dead. This Windrunner is actually in a lot of trouble now as well. But TA comes in, is going to clean up this Dragon Knight. A few right clicks with the Mount Strike. No, actually gets stunned, and he's going to run away really fast there with the Drum Charge being used. And Lina going to throw out the stun to make TA try to run away. North, actually, the Shadow Fiend getting the kill on the Windrunner by himself. Must have hit some clutch raises there to be able to catch up to her. Slardar coming in with his Blink. Is he going to go for a Lincoln Sphere or a Bloodstone? That's a very strange item to pick up Perseverance on a Slardar. Would rather see a tank like an Armlet or something like that. Does get the amplified damage onto Lina, but is she going to be able to stun? Yes, but she does die into a burst of flames after that. Timbersaw going to run away as well. Slardar is chasing him down. Does have Slithering Crush off cooldown, but the Chakram away will keep him alive. North is being Fiend Scripted up and is killed off by TA in the end. Dragon Knight coming in here. Does get the stun off on TA, but not enough damage really to follow up. Does use the Breathe Fire, but it's not what he really wants. Timbersaw going to use the Chakram to get the kill on Slardar. Will he die to the urn? No, not yet. But he is nightmared up. Bane just going to let him die off. No, actually going to get away. No, Brain Sap. There we go. That was a lot of no's in that sentence. DK trying to finish off this TA, but the minus damage from Bane is going to be too much for him to be able to kill him off. He did not have the damage to do it there. So kind of disappointing. Dragon Knight not able to get the kill. There's a little fancy little glitch here. Look, ooh. Ooh. Yep. So overall, pretty chaotic team fight. A lot of people went down there. Not really a clear winner, besides TA, who's still just dominating this game. And she's going to go for the Deso. I do like this choice a lot. You have Timbersaw, who at max stacks will have 16 reactive armor stacks, plus 2 of his base. That's 18. Plus a lot of times you'll get a Shiva's on him. So his armor goes through the roof, as well as DK with his Dragon's Blood. The regen and the armor is going to be insane. So the Shadow Blade not known yet about, the Radiant team does not yet know about the Shadow Blade, and could use it to look to gain an advantage here on this Nature's Prophet. Do they have any detection? No, not on anyone that is nearby at least. So Lina actually is pretty caught out here in the mid. Is Prophet going to go in on her? Windrunner 4 steps forward, not able to get the kill. Earn Charge probably not going to do the job either. Dragon Knight Nightmared up, but right clicks coming out from Shadow Fiend are doing a lot of damage on this Prophet. Is he going to get this invisible raise? No. Slaughter comes in, uses Slithering Crush, and the amplify damage on him, and whoa! Blown up by the TA. She is massive. I wish I could see how much that hit for. Chakram actually comes in mid here, clean up the Windrunner. Are they going to be able to kill this Timbersaw with the amplify damage? So much minus armor. His reactive armor not doing anything to help him here, but he actually does get away with the Chakram, getting the kill on Slardar as well. Are they able to kill this TA? She is really squishy. That's the one downside of going this Deso build, and Dragon Knight gets the double kill. That's his Shadow Blade. This game is turning around. In fact, really a lot of overextensions and overconfidence coming out here from the Radiant team. Bane here just sitting middle because he's mad. He's so mad. Poor guy. Haster in bottom. Interesting to see who will pick that up. I'm surprised we haven't seen the Roshan attempt yet from Ursa. He's so dirt poor, he really can't even try. He could grab a... I would recommend grabbing a smoke, because there have been a lot of wards up this game, except for right now, of course, when I choose to talk about it. Bane does have wards in his inventory. He looks ridiculous while hasted. I love the haste animations for different heroes. And he just heard the roar from Ursa, I believe. I believe that is a global sound. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I do believe that is a global sound. And, or at least it's close by, kind of like Alchemist breathing. But they see the Lina here now, and they're probably going to spec some up. The Power Shot probably saw that. Unsure, yes. Bane goes in. Does he see the Aegis? Oh, he could have picked that up there with the Haster, but Ursa actually gets it in the end. Shackle Shot connecting on 2. And Winter hits the Power Shot through, but she has to retreat as well. They don't want to fight into this Aegis. DK actually goes in. Kind of a strange choice. Going to get just melted down here. And pretty much throwing his life away for nothing. Their Fiend's Grip comes out on Timbersaw, reducing his mobility, and he's just going to get melted as well with that minus armor coming out from the Desolate and the meld hit. Ursa now, even with that Aegis, he is running away, but he can't just get away. Lina also Slither and Crush kills him off from the Slaughter. The Blink Dagger is really helping out and chasing these heroes away. And are they going to catch this Ursa? Is he going to die? Yes. Anyone going to help him out with the Aegis? No, he's just going to die a second time. So that Roshan costs them 1, 2, 3, 4 lives, a buyback, and an Aegis. So terrible Roshan. Not worth it in any way, shape, or form. Most people died, I believe, besides Shadow Fiend. Just that really set them behind. We can look at XP. There we go. That was the dip. That's where they killed Roshan, and that's where the team fight ended after Roshan. And if we look at gold, not really looking in the favor. It's 10k for Radiant, but it's manageable to come back from a 10k deficit. Once you get to like 15k, that's where it really starts to get near impossible. It's possible with really good organization, coordination, and teamwork, but it's much harder. Anything over 15k is almost insurmountable, I would say. DK coming in with the Shadow Blade. Is he going to get this stun on a TA? If he does get it, she's just sitting there for no reason. Decides to stop walking. And actually, Timber Chain going to come through. Is she going to be able to escape from this? I don't think so. Timber Chain, is it going to go? Is it going to go? Chakram? No, it's on cooldown. And they don't have a damage right there to stop her blink from being back off cooldown. So, kind of a bummer there. They had a good gank on TA, but not enough stuns to lock her down. Lina wasn't close enough to get a stun off. So, kind of a bummer. If they had one more stun, it was an easy kill. But not able to finish the job. And Furion comes in here onto this sad Ursa, sad all game. And he's just gonna die. Poor guy. Poor Ursa. Lina, get out of there. You're not a tank. You have 900 HP. Actually, picking up the double bracers. Decently tanky for Lina at this point in the game. With only level 8. When if we look at everyone else, there's a level 16 TA, 14, 14 for the other 2 highest level Radiant heroes. And yeah, the levels are actually pretty even across the board, with Lina being the only one who's really suffering. And Dragon Knight puts the Dragon Tail out on Slardar. Immediately he's going to Slither and Crush. Yes, there it goes. And the zap from Lina does destroy him. A Rage buyback coming out from the Slardar. Laguna Blade, as my friends like to call it, instead of Laguna. Laguna. I have no idea why. I often mispronounce word. My friends like to make fun of me for that. So, whenever I mispronounce something, that's what the ability becomes. So, we have the whole team of Radiant coming into the jungle here. They could have smoked up, which I believe would have been a smarter idea, because there was actually a sentry ward right here that did see them. And so there is a ward placed here. He does actually deward as well. Smart idea here from Bane, missing a lot of times up the hill. is going to de-ward both and not get killed off by the Dire team, who is pretty much trapped inside their base at this point. And that's going to be rough for them. I don't understand this casual perseverance. Kind of weird. Drums is good. Blink is good. Perseverance is weird. I don't know. I don't like it. They're going to go for this Ursa, though, who's always getting caught out. Ursa, stop farming off by yourself. Jesus can't help you, man. Not against Slardar with a Blink Dagger and a Prophet. The Fiends group going out here on Timbersaw. Is he going to Timber Chain away? Yes, does get away from that TA. Is the Psyblade's going to hit him? No, thought it would actually be able to connect. Dragon Knight goes down. Chakram actually on 3 right now, but there is no follow-up damage because Timbersaw is so low. Is TA going to die to the base? No, she's not. So a push might come out here. They do have a bit of a creep wave coming up. So they could actually look to push here, and I believe they will. But once Timbersaw gets back up here, and Shadow Fiend, actually they are split pushing, which I believe is the better choice. They do have pretty good creep clearing, so they can just clear off the creep waves pretty fast. I would like to see, yeah, there's a Slave, Timber Chain, Chakram just throwing it up there, and just clearing off the creep wave. Pull it back in, bro, pull it back in, does more damage. There you go. Still a lot of damage going out. Double Desolator, I do not like that. The debuff does not stack. Furion, get a crit, get a Monkey King bar, get a Necro Book, get something else that's going to help your team win instead of applying the same debuff twice, which doesn't stack. So, kind of pointless there, but it would be a good item choice otherwise. It's great for taking the base, which is what they want to do at this point. But a Necro Book, I think, would have been a better choice. Because he's got the Shadow Blade, he's got the Urn. A Necro would have really helped with their push, because they do have limited pushing potential. He's the only real pusher. Bane actually picks up a BKB, so going to have that uninterrupted Fiend's Grip going off now. Interesting to see what he'll try to build next if he gets the money. TA probably going for a crit. Yeah, not going to go for a MKB, I believe. There's no one here on the other team that has evasion, so it's not really necessary. Timbersaw does actually finish that Bloodstone, must have just finished it. Has those brown boots and a Blades of Attack. That will be a phase? Kind of strange. Most people leave it as brown boots or turn it into treads for a little bit of tankiness. I like to leave it brown boots, pick up something like a Shiva, then go back and get a not a post haste, that's Han. Get a Boots of Travel and use that to just be all over the map all the time. Because you already have high mobility with Timbersaw, add a Boots of Travel on top of that, and you're ludicrous. Go right to ludicrous speed from brown boots. So they're all just sitting mid, just doing some serious rat Dota, but they do pick off the win on our top, and they might actually get this Bane as well. But Ursa does not have a Blink or a Shadow Blade, is not able to catch up and do that. But while that is happening, easy Prophet rat Dota takes the bottom tower. So they're not able to clear the waves from all the lanes at once, and they're just slowly getting chipped away. And this is really frustrating to play against. It's really, really frustrating. Because, especially as a pub, it's really hard to organize. Be like, alright guys, you know, we have to do this. One person has to be here, one person be here, and this is how we're going to defend it. Because you do have to go on the offensive eventually, otherwise your base is just going to fall slowly over time. They're going to catch out this Slardar. Do they have enough damage to actually bring him down? Wow, that Whirling Death doing so much damage with the stat reduction. Could actually choose to body block him up here. No, the Chakra misses because of the Timber Chain in the wrong direction. Do not use your Timber Chain like that. But they are going to get lucky and get that kill anyways. Nice to see that they had detection. There we go, an offensive Timber Chain, but he went up to the high ground. Timbersaw, no. Timber Chain here. Don't look so much to always connect your Timber Chains immediately off cooldown. Make sure you get the right one so you go where you want to go and you get the damage where you want to go. Oh, it's Blue Ward actually here out from Nature's Prophet, very aware, knowing he needs detection against his Shadow Fiend and the Dragon Knight. Lena, an easy pick off there for TA. Shadow Fiend going to be able to escape with his Shadow Blade. And his Shadow Blade runs out, so TA sees him now with 2 traps actually hitting on him in succession. They were not just laid down, so they have the full slow effect, but Shadow Blade back up off cooldown. And Ursa going to be whacking on her now. She could actually fall if she's not fast enough, but the trap, good reaction there from her. So Slate the Prophet going one-on-one against this Timbersaw. But Dragon Knight comes in to make it a 2-on-1 and a 3-on-1 there with Ursa following up. But they are able to get the kill. But the trees are working on this Rax. They might not be doing a lot of damage, but slowly over time it is going to happen. And this is why I believe Necro Book would have been great, because heading with a Necro Book on that would have been below half health. So if you're going to come back up, just stick up here, do the same thing for the rest of the game probably. Phase Boots weird on Timbersaw, but maybe, you know, he's running into collision with the trees or something. Not the trees. The trees that... The Trents, I'm sorry, that are created by Nature's Prophet. Ursa back out here, probably going to feed another kill if he's... Yep. So Ursa farming out way too far by himself. Shadow Fiend not going to get the ultimate that he really wanted. They were pretty close. Goes after the Prophet who he can't stop from TP. So maybe should have gone for the Slardar because he knew he had teammates coming. DK coming in the Frost Dragon form. Is he going to catch out Bane? Yes, there he goes with the Dragon Tail on that. The Frost Dragon doing its attacks. And the Timbersaw zooming in through with the kill. Slardar getting attacked. He's pretty caught out here. 4-on-1. Actually, the Windrunner Shackle. Great Shackle there, hitting on 2. And the Power Shock through. There we go. TA picking up the kill. Timbersaw is going to get away up to the high ground. Dragonite standing his ground, though, however, is going to take down the TA. He actually has a Blade Mail now, so she's not going to be able to Meld Strike on him as much as she wants to. Timbersaw does get shackled and goes down. Is Slardar going to fall here to this Dragonite? Yes, he is. Dragonite, is he going to be able to get away? He's sprouted up. The race is coming through, and the Breathe Fire going to kill off the Windrunner, and now they can actually pursue out this Prophet if they have detection. Do they have the detection that they need, though? No. But they are still continuing to chase this Prophet. Maybe they're just going to go for it? No, but he can TP away without them knowing. So not really worth it there to follow. And just goes back to farming. So good choice there from the Shadow Fiend to stop the pointless chase. Sorry there, I had to get a drink for a second. So, let's just analyze this situation real quick. We have the Dire team really struggling, really struggling to break out of their base. They're contained really hard. Right now would have been a great time if they had some sort of push to take down this mid tower. This mid tier 1, with only a Nature's Prophet and a Bane, they can't defend it. Free gold is just a money bag just sitting there waiting to be taken. That'll give them some more map control. They can contest Radiant's Ancients. They can invade more of their jungle around here. Because right now, they're limited to like this. Oh, but actually we have some action here. Bane forced to pop a BKB and run away. Is going to sleep the Shadow Fiend here. Are they going to actually decide to engage? Bane is pretty far out. Even with that BKB, still pretty squishy to Ursa. Does choose the Fiend's Grip Ursa, but does get interrupted because he already uses that BKB to try and escape, but he is going to go down here. Ursa, is he going to fall as well? But he does not have the Aegis yet. He did not kill Roshan during that time. Started chasing, actually running away. Shadow Fiend going to just throw out some right clicks and blows up that Windrunner. Lino waits for Laguna Blade on a refraction charge, excuse me. Actually, with Shadow Fiend to pick up the Aegis. I'm sorry I missed that. We are going to have him respawning here, and Timbersaw going to go through. TA is locked down. Is she going to fall here? She might, yes. There she goes. This game is falling apart for the Radiant side. Coming together, working as a team for the Dire is really helping them out. Timbersaw, yes, there he goes for that Blade Mail. Really like that pickup. This is going to make TA have to think twice about who she Meld Strikes. She can't really go on Dragonite. She can't really go on Timbersaw, who are too high on her targets, which she does really well against because of all her minus armor. And so she's going to have to try to find Lina, try to find Shadow Fiend, or try to find Ursa. Because if she tries to go on these really tanky guys with Blade Mail, she's going to kill herself. They're going to regen up with their high regen, and they're going to continue fighting much faster. And TA comes back in here in mid, blinks to the side, actually. Interesting blink, and Bane just running in here by himself. Killed off again. They could definitely push this tier 2 if they want to. Slardar coming in one by one, a big pub mistake here as they do go in like this. But Shadow Fiend, I think, shouldn't have wasted time there on his ultimate, but Timbersaw is just destroying this game right now. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We do have a Meld Strike coming out here on Dragonite, but TA, she cannot fight this 2v1. Windrunner does come in. Oh, wow. Big crit there from the TA. She's going to get one more attack off. No, Timbersaw is able to Timbersaw away. One more right click does bring him down. She does so much damage, but she is so squishy at the same time. Ursa is going to have to run here, but he is going to end up falling as well. Blink Dagger actually on the Windrunner, and Ultra Kill here coming out from the TA. She has all the kills for this team. More than half. And just one-shotting creep waves. This is bad. Do they have buyback on anybody? I believe Dragonite does. But he used it already, I believe. Yeah, no, he was off cooldown. Timbersaw with the fast respawn from the Bloodstone is going to be back up as well. So they might be able to stop this push. They're probably going to lose their tower. No, they do have the Fortify up. There it goes. Good job. DK with the Shadow Blade coming in. This is going to be a big engagement right here. TA blink into the base, does pick off the Lino. Not that big of a deal right now because she is not the one doing the damage. Shackle does hit on the DK, but he pops the Blade Mail in time to be able to survive. Timber Chain coming through does not latch on anything. He's not able to kill Slardar, who does get away with just a skin of his teeth. But TA, is she going to be picked off here? This could be a really big. She bought back already, so she's not going to have that up if they do try to kill him here. Frost Dragon is able to kill Slardar in the back end of play. Prophet TPing in. Dragon Tail goes out onto Bane. Is he going to be actually falling here? Yes. Oh no, BKB goes through. Is going to Fiend's Grip up on a Dragon Knight, who is going to fall to the TA using her massive right-click damage and negative armor to kill him off. Sleep goes out on Timbersaw, which actually saves his life here. Quickly falling onto the TA. The big damage from Shadow Fiend is not enough to kill him off. He doesn't go for the Eagle Song. Interesting choice. And Timbersaw not really going to follow up. Is he going to Timber Chain in? He could look to pursue this out. The two supports are off here by themselves. Poor decision making, splitting up from this team. Not really going to work out in their favor, but a Blink and Bane actually may be able to get away here. No, Timbersaw is closing in, and no TP here from Bane will probably ensure his doom. He throws out a ward just to kind of see it, sleeps himself, but Lina with the hate Laguna Blade coming in. Wow, the Bracer build. I love it. Poor support for life. I know that feel. But I randomly stated it in the middle of that team fight. Eagle Song picked up for Shadow Fiend, going for a Butterfly. A good choice because he saw that Templar Assassin went for a crit instead of an MKB. However, and that Nature's Prophet went for a crit as well. The only thing is, TA is so rich, she could pick one up quickly if she wanted to. Ursa, pretty much a non-factor in this game. Haven't really seen him do much. Shadow Fiend, I would say, has been a pretty big part of the... the cores are doing the most work here. Lina not really helping out too much. She's got a few stunts here and there, but not really helping out too much for her team. She is buying wards, etc., but not being the best support she could be. Timbersaw here, yes, good pickup, going for Shivas. Yes, I love it. Great build, great build. Except for the phase boots, I like everything Timbersaw is doing, and he's doing a lot of damage late game. With the unlimited mana that you have from Bloodstone, you can just go crazy. And Dragon Knight, I believe, is going to be the one to have to carry this game for their team. Comes in with the stun on Nature's Prophet, who's out here all by himself. Laguna Blade coming through. Boom, you are dead. But he does buy back immediately. Kind of a greedy buyback, I believe. They were not going to push there. So if they do get some more kills, they could look to push without a buyback from Prophet. And that could be a big deal. On the side of the Radiant, the story of this game falls into the hands of TA. TA is that early game ganker and killer, and she's not the best hard carry late game. Even with these items, she's not able to just beat out people like Shadow Fiend and Dragon Knight, simply just by the nature of her abilities. So that's kind of where they fall off. Slardar doesn't really have the items he needs to carry. He's been stuck on the same item set for a long time. Comes in, does get the stun off, but they don't really have much follow-up. He is going to be able to just walk away. Slardar really low HP. He needs some HP before they fight. This Perseverance is not giving him the regen that he needs, obviously, because it's a raw Perseverance. And they're all going to blink up onto the cliff and be really pro up here with the animation canceling from Slardar. So I think, even with the kill advantage going towards Radiant, it's all on the TA. If TA goes down, even with this BKB, the game is going to be in Dire's favor. Good Laguna Blade forcing Slardar back there, but Shadow Fiend does die. He does have a buyback, though. He is going to come back in the game. BKB activated by TA, but she is so squishy still. She goes down. That's huge. She doesn't have a buyback anymore, or maybe she will. We will check that later, but Bane going to be Fiend's Grip. Fiend's gripping up the DK, but he has to run away. Is he going to survive? Yes, actually, but goes back in. Weird enough for a Brain Sap. There he goes. Doesn't get pure damage, but Timbersaw coming through with his Timber Chain. Gets a kill, and 3 now down from the Radiant side. Shackle goes out on a Timbersaw. Is he going to be able to get away? Yes, Windrunner blinks into the camp, actually. What is she doing? Oh my god, that is painful to watch. Why would she blink in that direction? It must have been a misclick. She must have clicked on the minimap or something. Wow. This is probably a Rex. TA no buyback. She bought out for the BKB. Prophet is being annoying here, but he's probably going to go down too, and he has no buyback because he greedily used it earlier. So if he dies here, that could be definitely a counter Rex in mid. And Timbersaw going to have his Shivas up now too. So they really need to push. Really push. Push, please. There's also a DD. They don't know about it, but there is. Lina, finally, there we go. Some really good warding here. They have control back of their jungle. Here we go. Here comes the push. So only Bane is up right now. Windrunner and Slardar will be back up by the time they get in there. Maybe even TA now. So they can probably take this tier 2 if they really try for it. But they wasted too much time trying to get the kill on the Nature's Prophet. So kind of sad to see such a great team fight for them and then not be able to capitalize on it. But hey, you do what you can. Maybe the next Roshan will be the key to them being able to try and secure something like a Rex, or at least a tier 3 tower. Because right now, all the tier 2s still stand for Radiant. And while we have a lull in the action, let's take a look at XP. Actually pretty close, only 5,000 towards the Dire. That's surprising. The kills are in favor of Radiant, but Dire has the XP advantage. And in terms of gold, Radiant's still at about 8,000. They haven't been going up anymore. They took that early game advantage, and it's kind of sat where it has been for a while. Actually starting to go down now. So Dire are starting to take back some map control. They're venturing out a little further to farm, and they're allowed to now. Excuse me, unlike Ursa, who earlier was venturing out without any wards. And SF now kind of in a precarious position. They know where he is, kind of, but not exactly. Is he going to be able to get this Shadow Blade off? He doesn't have a TP, though. This could be bad. Do they have vision? They don't. I saw someone buy a gem. It was Prophet. He TP'd in the wrong place. Shadow Fiend just walks away. Oh, and gets the courier. Oh, man. They are mad. The Stomp comes out, or the Slither and Crush, I'm sorry, comes out from Slardar, but no vision from him. He should be the one holding the gem. He's the initiator. Bane coming in, pops the BKB. He's by himself, though. Shadow Fiend is going to right-click him down in 3, 4 right-clicks. There he goes. He's just dead. Timbersaw coming through with the pure damage. Kills off the Slardar. Just suicides coming out here from the Radiant team. Big throws, EG style. And they're just going to have to run away. Radiant can't really do anything. They're going to have to try to split push with Fury on top because they can't stop this push. This is a Rax. TA can't do it by herself. Winner doesn't have anything because she went for a blink. Kind of a... You're not Dendy, so stop trying to be Dendy. Just pick up something safer like a sheep stick. Could have had a sheep by now. She's working towards it, but she could have had a sheep instead of the blink, which would have been much better against Shadow Fiend and DK or everybody actually, because sheep stick's one of the best items in the game. Don't get me wrong, so is Blink Dagger, but you already have a Slardar with a blink. You already have a TA with a blink. You don't need a blink. Team Blink, woo. But no, you don't need it. You have a 4-Steph, and you're Windrunner, you're fast. So stop with the blink and get the sheep instead. So I feel that could have made a difference for the Radiant. And they just checked Roshan. It's going to respawn like right now. The clock is setting. Boop, there it is. So the Radiant know it's up. The Dire think it's down. Do they have the time? I think Ursa knows. He's looking around pretty he knows. Butterfly finish up now on Shadow Fiend, so he's going to be just massive right-clicking. Probably going to finish up that Daedalus next. Good choice. Good choice. I like the build. I like it. I like the Chrysalis. And then he noticed his play was reactionary. He saw that they're not building MKBs. I have a chance to go Butterfly and use this evasion to its highest potential. Instead of just going, this is my build. This is what I must build every game because it is what the guide says. It's good to change up your build according to what the game is. So this Roshan could actually fall with the in-flight damage and the meld. Desolate, all the minus armor, dies pretty fast. Cheese sitting there. Who's going to pick it up? Pick up the cheese. He picks it up, drops a TP. So, misplay there from Dire. They walked in the pit like 2 seconds before, and then they left before it respawned, and that could cost them big time here. So Aegis up on TA. That's huge because they burn all their cooldowns as a killer normally. Especially with that BKB, she can die and then come back to life and activate that BKB and really wreak havoc on this team. But Shiva's now up, gonna lower that attack speed of people like Prophet, Slardar, and TA. Butterfly up is gonna have its full effect. AC being worked on here. If he finishes that pretty soon, that's gonna be a huge addition of tank to their team, and they also have a Vlad's, so that really helps out the DK as well. As well as the supports a little bit, but not as much. The damage and lifesteal aren't that significant for people like Lina or Timbersaw. Timbersaw not being a support, but doesn't really auto-attack. But Timbersaw is great for base defense. He clears off waves really fast. Chakram is really, really hard to push into. So it raises, so is Lina, so is DK's Breathe Fire. But Slardar coming in with a Slithering Crush, gets Laguna Bladed. No one follows up from his team, and he just dies instantly. Bane going to be Fiend Scripting onto an Ursa who has Blade Mail up. That's not going to work out, so Slardar with the buyback. Bane is dead, and their team fight is just awful. They are not fighting as a team, they're fighting as individual heroes, and that's not how you win Dota. Dust comes out from Timbersaw. I'd like to see him pick up a gem. He's so tanky at this point he can't really die unless he's super out of position. And Windrunner, speaking of dying, there she goes. And as I was saying, Timbersaw should pick up a gem. Buy the gem. You can put a TP in, sell your wand. You don't really need the wand at this point. I mean, it's nice, but it's not gonna really make as huge of a difference as it would make early game. Slardar didn't use the cheese that last fight. Still has this weird perseverance build. I don't understand why. And blinks randomly forward again with the stupid blinking. Oh my god. Why would you blink there? Why? I know they didn't have any vision. They didn't know where any team was. They have a ward here. They saw they weren't farming the jungle. So if they're not here, and they're not here in this lane, and they're not here killing the creeps, which they weren't at the time, they have to be here. And he was here, and he went, oh, I'm just going to push mid. No, they're going to kill you. Stop. Anywhere past like 30 minutes, don't go anywhere without your teammates, unless you're a Furion or a Tinker, because you're going to die if the other team is paying attention. Just something I try to go off of. Just assume that they're there if you don't know. Just, they're there. Alright, I'm not going to go there because I think I'll die if I go there. That's just what being a support has been driven into me. So this is the point in the game where everything gets really slow. We have a lot of level 25s coming out. Demon Edge, gonna be finishing up that data list. Let's look at items, just in the nice handy-dandy item chart if we don't have an engagement here mid. Alright, looks like Furion's just gonna throw a couple auto attacks. They don't have Slardar, so they're probably not gonna go in. TA, almost a full inventory once that Aegis runs out. Not sure what she'll pick up next. Maybe a Butterfly, maybe an MKB. I've never seen a TA get this stacked before. And she's got 5,000 gold. So, you know, if they're really struggling, she could go for a Divine, which would be awesome. Prophet with a lot of big items, but he's not a natural carry. You know, it's great if he gets this stuff a lot earlier, but he's getting it at the same rate as many of the other heroes. So it's not really making that big of a difference. We actually do have an engagement now, finally. Slardar coming in with the Slithering Crush, but he's just going to die. He does pop the cheese, but he's going to die again. And the rest of his team does not follow up in time. The Furion flying through, but not being able to kill off anybody. And TA goes down. Her Aegis is gone, and she popped BKB before she used the Aegis. Chakram going to come. She's not going to be able to blink at all, and she's just going to go down again. And Lina actually ulting off Windrunner in the backup play. Great job by Lina there, knowing who to ulti, doing it properly. There we go, not ulting her. In fact, oh, come on, get the stun! Get the stun! Oh. Get a Rex. Come on, Dire. I've been rooting for you all game because this trash-talking Bane has been pissing me off.
Can its end be drawing nigh?
So get a Rex here. You got the AC, you got the Vlads, you got the Timbersaw with 25 Bloodstone charges. You can throw out Chakram forever, ×2, and not even care. He's going to have almost instant respawn. That'll actually be a big factor, because he can instant respawn one time, and then, as well, he can just buy back. So that's great. North, killing off, who was that? Prophet, with, like, wow, 30 HP. And he got the gem. Give the gem to Timber. Yo, SF, do me a favor and get a GIF. I want to see a GIF of that. I'm going to watch this replay and make a GIF, but I don't know how to make a GIF, so I'm not going to. I actually heard that it's pronounced GIF, but I think that's dumb, because the J sound... I was going to say the J sound is made by J, but that's not always true. It can be a G. So, whatever. Screw it. I like saying GIF, and I'm probably just going to say that forever, because I'm too lazy to change what I say. Lazy person. So, things I think could have made Radiant end this game faster. BKB instead of a Perseverance on Slardar, and Slardar actually getting some semblance of farm, because I want to look at the net worth. Look at where Slardar is. He's almost lower than the Lina, who has literally gotten 0 farm. Actually, she's gotten 122 less hits. She's rich. There's going to be a fight between the Lina and the Slardar. Who's going to win it out? Sun goes. She's going to run away. Is she going to Dragon Slave here? No, gets bashed. But the Ghost Scepter is going to save her. She's going to run away. Is there going to be a blink from Slardar? Yes, he does. Oh my god, the stun hitting. And the Laguna Blade. Is she going to kill off the Slardar? Oh my god, Slardar is finished off by Timbersaw. Wow. Wow. Great play there from Lina. Getting off that stun because she knew Slardar was going to blink in. That was great. That was a great play. And meanwhile, Radiant's mid. Rax going down. They could just go for the throne here, I think. No, they're going to be safe. Get the Rax and back off. But TA, if she's caught out here, this is game. If she dies here, this is game. That's game. Calling the GG. Unless she has buyback. Nope. That's it. That's game. Wow. Kill the throne. Kill the throne. Kill the throne. Kill the throne. Kill the throne.
Radiant's
DK knows what's up. It's 1 versus 4. Kill the throne. 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 Stop dicking around your base. Oh my god. Come on. Oh my god. How do you... Why? Why you do this? Why are you doing this to me, team? You had the game. Shadow Fiend. Don't... the TP back. Now he's got Boots of Travel, but it doesn't really mean anything. Ursa going for a heart. Yes, I like hearts on Ursa. People don't get it enough, I feel. After you got like your Vlads, your Blink or Shadow Blade, and a BKB, I like heart. Some people like other stuff, but heart is so fun because you're a big furry bear and it makes your ultimate do ridiculous amounts of damage. Timber is crazy farmed. I don't even know what to pick up next on Timbersaw. So definitely buyback, but he's got that. Honestly, I would like to see Dagon coming out. Get that Dagon 5 up. At this point in the game, you know, you have the money to really get there in time. He's got the mana to support spamming Dagon 24/7, so why not? Oh no. Oh no, DK, don't die. DK is going to die here. And that's a gem on the ground too, but he does have buyback. He's going to come in. Bane goes down right away, and Slardar going to fall here to Lina. Lina gets... She's mad. She hates Slardar. She's going to kill him off. Blink is going to save Windrunner's ass here, but probably not going to do much. They are they're TPing back when they could just push and win the game. But they're going to kill off Windrunner here. Timbersaw. Yep. There he goes. Timber. Trees are everywhere. Finish this game, son. Yes, gem. Do it. Ursa getting kills. I think it's his first solo kill of the game. Get the gem. Get the second gem. There's 2. There's 2 gems. There needs to be something done with the whole gem situation because at this point, there can be games where there's like 5 gems just sitting around and it's just... invisibility loses all meaning at that point in the game. I'm getting some kind of weird lag right now, so sorry about that if I'm missing anything. Furion dies off there, but I'm losing some audio, not sure why. Checking if all my things are plugged in, and they are, but very strange here. What's going on? There we go. I'm back. Sorry about that. So early GG called out by the Radiant team, and they end up throwing it. There it goes. Game over. Very impressive from the Dire to pull together and actually win this one. There goes TA. Bye-bye. Here comes Slardar with no farm. Lina is now worth more. Talisman of evasion. Oh, that's great. Great game. Alright, I will be using our Dota 2 casted a little bit more. That was a really cool game. I like casting games of people I don't know. And it was fun. Leave your comments and feedback, constructive criticism, whatever, in the comments. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.